Good evening. Cody Collinborough with Cooking with Cojones, and it is dinner time. But for dinner, we are having breakfast for dinner. Another work day has come and gone. I've got my coffee, and I feel like making some French toast and some sausage and some eggs for the kids and the family. Tonight, I'm going to show you a hack that I learned from Jack Pepin on how he makes French toast when he used to make it for thousands of people in the hotel business or the catering business. I'm not sure which. But what he does is he takes a carton of vanilla bean ice cream and he melts it down. Because when you're making French toast, you're going to make it with eggs and cream and sugar, maybe cinnamon. Vanilla bean ice cream has everything you need in it already. So that's what he would do, is he'd melt it down. Tonight I've got some brioche bread. I've got my pan already hot, and this is a non-stick skillet. And so I'm not going to use any oil or anything, but what we're going to do is we're going to take that brioche, which has a sweetness in itself, and we're going to dip that in ice cream and just stick it in the skillet. I've already started some pork country sausage here that I got from Waldrips up in, they're out of Ellijay, Georgia, which is up in North Georgia. I bought it when I was up in Hiawassee. I think I can fit 3 in this pan here. There we go. And that vanilla bean ice cream really makes a nice crust on that French toast. While I'm waiting on that, I'm going to go ahead and do some scrambled eggs. So with my scrambled eggs, I've got 10 really good eggs here because we're feeding 5 people. Got a little piece of shell there. Take that out. I'm going to put those into a cold pan just the way they are. And then I'm going to fire it up. And the reason why I put it in a cold pan is because I want those eggs to stay nice and fluffy. If you have the hot pan heated up already, then what will happen is they will tend to get hard on that side that hits that pan initially. Okay, so what we're going to do, I've got a little piece of shell in here. All right, so we're back. It took me a lot longer than expected to get that little piece of shell out of those eggs. So I went ahead and took some of the French toast out, swapped it out. But as I was saying, the reason why I start with a cold pan on these eggs is because when you put the eggs into a hot pan, you're going to get that hardened area on those eggs once it hits that hot pan and kind of sears like you would a steak. So I'm going to go ahead and whisk these in the thing. Don't mind the belly jiggle. This is how I get exercise throughout the day. So you're not going to salt and pepper these either right now, because the salt will draw out moisture from the egg and it'll make it runny. Okay, so we're just gonna, once that starts to whiten up a little bit and come together, then we'll throw some salt and pepper in there. And that'll be good right there. We'll keep an eye on that French toast. Put that there. All right, we'll start with the pepper. That's the first one I grabbed. And naturally, you can season these eggs any way you like. I just happen to like them like this. Salt. All right. Now, don't let the heat be your enemy on these. If you need to pull it off of the heat to keep it from cooking too fast, do that. All right, you can put it right back on. As it comes together a little bit more, I'm going to take it off the heat because that pan will retain the heat and continue to cook while you do something else. That way you don't get too far gone and you burn those eggs or get them to a consistency that you don't like. So right now I'll go ahead and check these French toast. Not quite there yet. Let those cook. Maybe turn that eye up a tad. There we go. All right, and it's starting to come together a lot more. I'm not sure if you can see that, but you see how I can trace in the pan and it doesn't close up immediately. So now it's time for me to put a couple cubes of butter in there. I'll put a couple cubes of salted butter there. Take it off the heat again. And just keep using this spatula to break it off the sides. If you make eggs like this, I'm telling you, the family's gonna love them. Put that back on the heat. Just a second, and then we'll check the French toast again. Still not quite there. Just a tad more. All right, so continue to stir these. And you can cook them as long as you want, to the temperature that you want or the consistency you want. I tend to like them a little bit loose, you know, maybe more than others would like them. You know, I was in the Army for a long time and I was tired of eating green eggs and ham by the time I got out. And, you know, those eggs, those scrambled eggs they bring out to the field were about like gravel. So I kind of like mine with a little more fluff to them, I guess. All right, so those are coming together nicely. I'm gonna take that off the heat again, and I'm gonna add some sour cream. And the sour cream is gonna add a nice creaminess. A lot of people will add milk, but I find that it makes it just a little too watery, a little too loose for me. So gives it a little tartness too. And you can use, if you're, you know, health conscious and you're not wanting to use sour cream, you can use some Greek yogurt, would be good. Just some plain Greek yogurt. And those yolks and those natural eggs that we get are just really make a nice egg. We'll put that on the heat for just a second. We'll check these again, see where they're at. And I usually do these on a flat skillet, like an electric skillet. But I didn't think that would be easy to do in the camera. That's looking good there. All right, I think these eggs are about done. All right, and they are, so I'm gonna turn off that heat. And we'll mind this French toast. When we come back, I'm gonna go ahead and plate it and show you how that's done, okay? All right, so our French toast is done, our sausage is done, and our eggs are done. So we're ready to plate it up. I'm gonna take some French toast out of here. And if you didn't want to do this in a pan and you had a lot of people to feed, you could batter that French toast and put it in a large roasting pan and put it in the oven and do a lot at one time. So we're gonna put that there on the plate. We're gonna angle that a little bit so it's nice looking. We'll take a tab of butter. Put that on top. I hear Brindle is ready to go. And we're gonna go over here and get some eggs. Nice creamy eggs. I'm gonna do that. And then we will take a sausage patty here and put that there. We're gonna top these eggs with a little bit of Colby Jack cheese, some chives, and a little bit of parsley that we had left over from the Italian meal we made last night. And then we're going to take some warm syrup. My mom sent us this syrup from Vermont. There. And there you have it, breakfast for dinner for the whole family. All right, they're going to love it. And listen, if you want to vote for me, if you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the little hack I taught you, I'd love to have your vote on favorite chef, and I'll put the link here down below. You probably won't be able to click the link because I'm not technically savvy like that. But I'd appreciate your votes, and I am currently number 6 in the competition, so I appreciate every vote I can get. All right, thanks so much. Y'all have a good night.